Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to Spiral Knights. We're doing the danger missions, slowly making our way through those. And today is Ghosts in the Machine, which is one of the harder ones, gives people quite a bit of problems from time to time. So, what I'm rocking here is the Volt Edge, Divine Avenger, Dread Venom Striker, just for some quick damage from time to time, and for the first level we're going to have the Fang of Vogue. Probably the second too. Again, just for the charge attack on some Dreadnoughts. And, yeah, I also have health trinkets because you can get abused pretty easily on this. You know, actually, I think instead of the Dread Venom Striker, I'm going to take the Polaris. It's pretty useful to have a gun here. So let's get after it, guys. Ghost in the Machine is constructs and undead, so that's like the only enemy types. If you bring nothing but elemental weapons, you'll be good to go. Blitz Needle also is recommended for the boss fight, so I probably will be switching to that. Maybe, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But anyways, yeah, this is one of the harder ones because it's shock themed. So like all the enemies are electric and all the traps are electric, so you just get shocked constantly. And shock is probably by far the worst, other than maybe curse. But you know, there's like 5 enemies in the game who deal curse, or like a very, very small number of arenas where you could ever be cursed. So curse is definitely the worst, but also like a billion times more rare than anything else. So shock, pretty much the worst, effectively. And Ghost in the Machine is harder than it used to be. It used to be if you were in a group, these little, yeah, if you see this little thing that just, like that circle right there, just exploded. I don't know what those are called. I just call them sprites, but I'm pretty sure that's not their official name. It used to be the case that if you had more than 2 people in your party, they wouldn't spawn for this section, but they switched it, and now there's no way to not have them spawn. And they're super annoying. There's just like tons of them on the screen constantly. They follow you around forever. If they blow up, they deal quite a bit of damage and shock you. Not to mention, there's these little shock wisps everywhere. It's just a bad time. Yep, we're in a bad spot. Yep, we're about to take some damage. Oh my gosh. Okay, so shock is interesting. You can completely negate the damage from shock by blocking when you spasm. You won't take any damage, but you'll still spasm. And then there's a chance, of course, that you'll get just wrecked by some sort of enemy. But, like, that's not the case for fire. If you're on fire, there's no way to stop the damage. But shock will deal 1 point of damage to you, but if you shield, then it doesn't. So that is the only redeeming quality of shock. The Volt Edge is actually really good here because since the enemies can't be shocked, that means there's nothing that will stop, or there's nothing that will knock them back when you use the charge attack. Or, no, there's nothing to stop the knockback from the charge attack, which means you're likely to hit the enemies with the initial hit, which if you have sword damage maximum does like around 700 damage or something. And then each of the explosions does like an additional 200, I think. I guess we could find out right here. So 230, and then however much the initial hit did. But as you can see, it just launched that guy backwards with massive amounts of knockback, and then killed him in 1 hit. So it's pretty amazing. If you have a combustor, it's even better, because it's going to do the same type of damage, plus also light people on fire. And it's going to happen everywhere. I would probably recommend the combustor if you're going to get, gosh, what is it, a brandish. You're going to get a brandish, and definitely just go for the combustor. The Volt Edge is also good. I got the Volt Edge before I kind of thought about it. The Volt Edge certainly has its place. I mean, it's a good weapon for sure. But it is harder to get. And so as a first one anyways, I'd say the combustor is super solid. I don't think that weapon will ever be not useful. So, dealing with those Mecha Knights, I like using heavy weapons, specifically the Divine Avenger, just because it's elemental. The 2-hit combo stuns them and also knocks them back at a range. So, like, even if you miss the first hit, the second hit will probably hit hard enough that they will get knocked to the point that they can't hit you. So it's pretty safe for them. Guns are awful against them. They'll just throw up their shield and become invincible. It's also really frustrating if you're a swordsman trying to fight them and you have a gunner on your team that insists just spamming guns at them, because they're just going to throw up their shield constantly. You won't be able to damage them or knock them back. It'll mess up the timing on your attacks, and then you'll probably get just wrecked. These things can do like a third of your health in one hit with no problem. So if you are in a team and you have a sword or a gunner and you're a swordsman and he starts fighting one of those guys, probably just leave. Not the party, but just leave that enemy and then go find a different one to fight. It's not worth trying. You're probably going to get abused. It's so hard, honestly, to fight one of these if they're throwing up their shields constantly. But since they hit so hard and have like really short range, people are kind of scared of them, or at least scared of fighting them with just swords. So a lot of people just try to fight them with like a Polaris or something, and it takes forever, and it's very, very frustrating. The enemy, as you can see, isn't giving me hardly any trouble at all, but if there was a gunner here, it'd probably be like twice as hard for me anyways. The gunner doesn't usually have a problem, but I don't think gunners realize how much of an issue it causes for swordsmen. But I'm not really going to complain, because swordsmen pretty much get the most service out of any class in this game. So, I mean, I'm not really going to be like, oh, being a swordsman's so hard because our gunners keep ruining what we're trying to do. Like, not really. Swordsmen are pretty much ridiculously overpowered, especially compared to bombers. Bombs are like the most sad and neglected thing in the game. Alright, bombers. I appreciate you, bombers. Triple rings certainly does not. So, that's... Okay, so the point here, what we're trying to do right now, is just find 4 of those statues to weigh down the button. So as you can see, like right there, it's really not even an issue for me to fight 3 of these guys at a time with a Divine Avenger, just because the knockback kind of makes things so safe. But if there was a gunner shooting them, I wouldn't even want to fight one. So, I don't know. It's a difficult enemy if things get out of hand, but if you kind of approach it slowly and get yourself set up right, you shouldn't have too much of an issue with them. Also, they will throw up their shield to block the explosions, like the ranged aspect of a brandish, but they can't block while they're trying to do a charge attack. So if you wait for them to get that partially initiated, then you can wreck them with your brandish charge attacks. Otherwise, they could block it, and then you'll just do, like, nothing. But it doesn't really hurt to try, you know? Alright, I don't really remember where all we have been and haven't been yet. I'm just running around looking for 2 more of those statues. Probably one in the lower right, for sure. And maybe there's one over here? I don't know. It's around somewhere. We'll find it. And as long as we can stay away from these sprites, or whatever they are, they're spirits, I don't even know. Actually, I might be able to... Static Soul. Okay, it's called a Static Soul. As long as we stay away from those little spirits, then we should be okay. That room looks like a party. Like 3 Mecha Knights and one of those weird tall knights I forget the name of. Murder bots. I'm not sure how the Divine Avenger special attack does on these guys. Okay, actually pretty good. I think if I had positioned myself a little differently, the, like, ranged swords might hit him as well. That could have been a one-shot. And of course these guys are significantly easier because I'm by myself, so they have like way less health. But if I was in a group, it would probably take like, I think right now it's taking 3 hits from the Divine Avenger to kill him. It would probably be like 5, maybe 6 in a group of 4. See, he just blocked it. He didn't get knocked back at all. He didn't take any damage. And that's what they'll do for any ranged attack, generally. I've been getting kind of lucky in, like, doing the attack. Oh, is that a lumber? Oh, frick! Oh, my gosh! Thought that was another Mecha Knight, but it was a lumber. And he did almost 50% of our health in one hit. Oh, no, yeah, exactly 50%. Frickin'. Oh my gosh, oh the lag, oh lord. For the most part, this has been going pretty well in terms of like lag, whatever. I've had like 3 bars the whole time, so it hasn't been much. If you start lagging pretty bad here, especially like when you're in the middle of a fight, you're probably going to come back with no health. If you make mistakes here, you can get punished really hard, so. Holy crap, there's way more guys in there than I thought. Okay, yeah, I would not recommend using the Divine Avenger special attack on those guys. It's pretty risky. I'm shocked I didn't get just massacred right there. See, this is what I'm talking about. These guys just float around and follow you. You can kill them, but you try to slash them, they'll generally explode straight in your face. So you have to hit them with a ranged attack, or at like the maximum range of a long sword, or like a heavy sword or whatever. It's pretty much the only way to destroy them without getting blown up. But I think we have killed all the enemies at this point. Oh, jeez! And now we just gotta run around and find some statues. And talking to your friends when you're in this place is stressful. Oh, jump! That was close. Oh, sometimes enemies will spawn in when you move it to pick up a statue. Yeah, so... Oh, jeez. It's best to charge up a special attack and then bump up against the statue, and then sometimes enemies won't even spawn, and then you're just good to go. But if they do, and you don't get immediately shocked like I did, then you can hopefully punish them before they get, like, I don't know, organized. Oh, I guess there's a ton more enemies up north, maybe? Please stay away from me. I hate you so much. You're the worst. Okay. One more statue to find, and then a confusing and terrible arena. It's not confusing, it's just chaotic as all get out. Yeah. I mean, these stupid sprites don't go away until the next level. So for the rest of this level, we have to put up with their garbage. You know, I probably already found a statue and just walked past it. And then now I'm just running around looking for something that I should already know where it is. There it is right there. Just forgot where it was. So if you hit those guys before they start shaking, they won't explode, but like, see that one's like vibrating rapidly. Once they start doing that, if you hit them, they'll explode. So if you can hit them, they start shaking once they're about a sword's length away, but a heavy sword will outrange that. So if you can like swing at them a little early and make them kind of move into your sword, you can hit them before they start shaking, and then they won't explode at all. Well, this is terrible. For some reason my charge attack didn't go off. And so the wall didn't get broken. And so now that freaking statue is still in the middle. Oh, please get out of here. Please get out of here. Dude, I just need these zombies to freaking die outside of the statue's influence. Okay. So yeah, a couple more of these things will spawn in, so it's usually good to just put them down in a corner somewhere far away from the action. That'll be good. And pretty much everything spawns on the other side of the starting button. There's a couple things that spawn on the button side, but for the most part it's probably best to put the statues on the button side, because all the enemies start on the other side. So, well, except for a couple turrets, like 2, I think. And turrets obviously don't respawn if they're inside the... Oh jeez. They're inside the totem sphere! Please no, I don't want it. Freaking spirits! This is actually going really well. I did Ghost of the Machine with a group a couple days ago, and I got trashed, so... Oh my lord! Oh crap. That is excessively bad. Like I said, I really prefer to take out the ranged enemies first, so they're not... I mean, if you basically run in a circle, melee enemies will kind of just stay in the middle of the arena, largely, and then you can kind of just ignore them. Ranged enemies can hit you from basically anywhere, so I prefer to get rid of them first, just so I can have some peace and quiet. And luckily Dreadnoughts are not brought back by the totems, so feel free to kill him wherever it is convenient. Okay, nice. So we made it through here. I'm not... Okay. If I say flawlessly, I feel like I might get some hate, but kind of flawlessly, because we didn't lose our emergency revive. So that was a pretty good first level. If you can get through this place without using any sparks of life, like, props to you. It is not easy. I would say Ghost in the Machine... Trying to decide if this one's harder than Heart of Ice. Ghost in the Machine, I think, is like overall more difficult. It's just like flatline, higher difficulty, and then Heart of Ice probably has a couple areas that are way more hard than like Ghost in the Machine. So Heart of Ice is like a sine wave or whatever, and the parts that are like at the top are harder than Ghost in the Machine. But for the most part, Ghost in the Machine is overall harder. That's how I feel anyways. And for me, Compound 42 is the frickin' worst. But if you get the Dragon Scale armor set, it's pretty much a walk in the park. Because you're just immune to all the damage and all the special effects. Just have no effect on you at all. And so it's just a freaking cakewalk. But with my armor set, is the opposite of a cakewalk. It is a Shards of Broken Glass walk. What the heck? Please open the box. Alright, so I'm going to replace the Polaris with the Blitz Needle. Just because the final boss is weak to the Blitz Needle. And this is the world's richest hallway. It has a hacked aura. And then it's immediately gone. The hacked aura is an accessory that was available from like a very limited number of boxes or whatever, and I think it costs like, I want to say 60,000 crystal energy, but I don't do like any item purchasing or trading or anything, so I'm not a good, like, don't trust my word on that. But it was for a while at least, like 60,000. I think it might have got up to 100,000 at one point, as the price of crystal energy fluctuated. I have no idea what it would cost now. Probably less than that, just because crystal energy is so grossly expensive. But anyways. So, yeah, the Volt Edge charge attack is like one-shotting pretty much almost everything. And that's just because it's not getting stopped by becoming shocked, because since they're shock enemies, they're immune to shock. Like, if you had a Combustor, you could be doing this to all the enemies in the game all the time, which is a bit unreal. I would like... like, just seeing this makes me want to get a Combustor, but it would be so expensive to get one with the unique variants and stuff I want. So, we're gonna stick with the Volt Edge forever. Forever and ever. Alright, so for this area, it is highly advised to do the left side first. There's like a super ridiculously helpful trick that you can use if you do the left first. That will save you so many sparks and so much frustration on the right side. So, definitely recommend going over here. If you're in a group with people who've done it before, they'll probably just run off this way, like, immediately. Hey, look, there's all the guys I was trying to hit with the heart attack. Oh my gosh, the party does not end. Oh yeah, freaking shock-breathing zombies. That is a delight. Don't do it, man! Oh, he did it! He freaking did it! And have not been getting lucky. Haven't found any remedy capsules at all. Don't need to do that, man. So yeah, these zombies don't drop anything, but they can drop hearts, and they can be affected by a heart attack. Heart attack will make them drop more hearts. And there's a freaking ton of them, as you saw, so that's a good place to stockpile hearts and capsules if you have heart attack. Because you'll be coming back through this area later, so if you can get enemies to drop capsules and stuff that you don't need, it's good to leave them there. And then when you come back later, after doing some fights, you're missing health, you can pick them up. Hearts do go away if you leave them on the ground too long. Capsules never do, so pretty great if you can get those to drop. Alright, and for this area, if you go up to a certain point past this middle, right here, it will spawn 3 bombies, and it will spawn infinite bombies. Like, there's no limit to the number of bombies that can spawn, and it can be triggered by anybody at any time. So like if 2 of you run up here, 6 bombies, and if you run over here as well, more bombies. And in the final stage of this fight, there's a dreadnought, so the bombies will swarm you, and the dreadnought will be attacking you. Oh, hey, cool, I stepped on the button accidentally. Yeah, just do not go up there. You will regret it so much when there's like 14 infinitely spawning bombies running around, massacring your entire team. Oh, and your teammates will hit you forever if you go up there as well. So, don't do it. Although, I forgot to bring a gun for this guy, so it looks like I might have to. Unless I can hit him with the freaking Volt Edge charge attack. No, let's just go up there, screw it. Oh, weird, no bombies. Okay, sweet, I lucked out. I've never seen that happen before. Never ever have I been able to go up there without getting just swarmed. Come and get me, sucker, I've got something special. Hello! Oh my gosh, please no. Oh no. Oh, please no. That charge attack will break through my shield in one hit, and still do massive amounts of damage to me. So I'm not a huge fan of it. Yeah, we're just gonna get raided by some zombies here real quick. But the other option is to spend like 30 minutes freaking shooting these guys. Uh oh, we're screwed. Oh, we're in so much trouble. Oh, I forgot that they're gonna spawn again. Oh my lord. Oh, I've got no shield. Oh, I'm shocked. Oh lord, please no. Goodbye, suckers. So for those wisps, which is like the little lightning buzzsaw that's flying around the arena, if you have 2 pieces of shock resist max and a medium, which totals 10 points of resistance, so if you do a high max or max medium, you are immune to them and they won't affect you. You can walk through them, you won't be shocked or anything. So if you can manage to get that, it can be very helpful for this area. And that's the case for any status of any wisp. Like a fire wisp won't affect you at all if you get 2 maxes and a medium. So, just a tip. In case you're getting wrecked by wisps in any area, I suppose. I think that also applies to zombie breath. No, I don't think it does. I don't think there's any way to be immune to zombie breath. Alright, so for this trick you need to get the key from the left and then keep it. Take it with you over to the right. Don't want to put it in that door. It will really help you. You can use these keys to block those wisps. So I guess if you have max medium, then this doesn't really apply to you, but most people don't have super armor like that. I guess unless you have a set that comes with shock resistance maximum, like the Quicksilver Bomb set or something. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is probably the hardest part of having this key with you. It's this little hallway. Oh, I guess there's no other gun puppy right here. Totally thought there was. Alrighty, so what you can do with this key is on this wisp, you can just go doop, and then he's trapped in the corner like that. Now you have all this section, and like all this business to like right here, that you don't have to worry about wisps. There's also a trick where you can like set the key down in the middle of the wisp, and it will like bump it over a little bit. You can like bump it over to here, and then bump it over to here, and then block these 2 guys, but it takes forever, and I really suck at it. I get shocked a ton of times every time I try to do that. So for me, just putting it right there is way faster and works almost as well. Oh wait, sweet, finally got lucky, and there's a remedy capsule, and then we got immediately unlucky and trashed by a zombie. This part, isn't too horrible as long as you kind of take it slow and just make sure you avoid the wisps. And then there are totems everywhere. So for the zombies, you just need to get them down probably into this corner. Obviously there's no totems over here, so that's why it's good to block off that wisp. Because then like the top and then this whole right side is blocked by totems. So I think probably the biggest problem you could have here is if you just panic when you see like all these enemies and you just rush and get hit by all the wisps, or if you like walk into bomby bullets and stuff and get yourself shocked. It's actually pretty manageable as long as you're not shocked. And obviously the quickest way to get shocked is just not paying attention to getting hit by stupid stuff like zombie breath or bullets, which are actually like really slow. Or if you lag horribly and your character walks off to the side for like 3 seconds and you can't control it. which is what just happened to me. That was super close. I thought for sure we were going to get shocked there. Alright, these guys are annoying. They always spawn like smashed up in this corner. Have to shield bump them. But they're smashed in a corner, and there's freaking wisps all around them. They pretty much always spawn like that. I've never seen them spawn without being giant tools. Okay, yeah, so right there, I just messed up. Just panicked. Walked straight to a wisp. Oh my gosh, did it again. It's a chain of panic, because now I'm shocked. Oh my gosh. My contacts blurred up for a second, so I couldn't really tell what that thing was, and then I realized, and I was like, holy crap, he's coming for me! First things first, probably deal with the Mechanites. Oh my gosh, oh lord. This is probably the hardest arena in Ghost in the Machine. And the third stage of it, obviously, is significantly more brutal. Okay, now that he's dead, we can deal with all this garbage. Nice thing about Dreadnoughts is they're kind of like Trojans, where you're pretty much guaranteed for them to drop about 6 hearts. So, if you're hurting, I guess try to focus your efforts on a Trojan, or the Dreadnought, which of course is easier said than done, but if you can manage it, you're rewarded. And then this is a trap. So you walk up in here like, oh yeah, hearts, and then you get absolutely thrashed by 4 dudes at once. Now, if you're with a group, having these keys with you is not too bad, but by yourself it can be pretty annoying. I mean, obviously having the key for that fight is super ridiculously useful, but having to carry 2 of them back through this hallway of hate, it's not a good time. Of course, honestly, this might be the first time I soloed Ghost in the Machine. I don't think I've ever had to do this before by myself. At least not that I can remember. Okay, and now time for round 2, which should actually be quite a bit easier since we don't have bombies to worry about. But we actually did a really good job that first time through there. Oh my gosh, doing a terrible job. And when you pick up this key, make sure you stand off to the side so that sprite, or so that wisp doesn't just instantly hit you, shock you. If you just stand above it, which is kind of natural, you'll just get hit straight in your face. That has happened to me way more times than I'd like to admit. And from here, we're onto a boss, which is actually really, really difficult, unless you know like this way to cheese it, and then it's really, really easy. Kind of sad, actually. Like if you do it legitimately, it's so, so difficult. But if you do it illegitimately, it's a freaking joke. I'll kind of show you why it's difficult if you don't cheese it, but I'm definitely going to cheese it, just for the sake of my Sparks of Life. So first off, he rotates between those little frog dudes and Mechanites, and then the taller robos that like shoot you with the laser beam vision, and then he shoots these laser beams, and then he spawns these tentacles like constantly. So first off, what you want to do is try to get him to spawn a little robot frog thing, and then just shield bump it up into that corner right there, and it just won't move for whatever reason. If you stand in this corner right here, he won't spawn any of those tentacle things. So you just get to stand here and wait. And he has 3 rounds. The first round he does 3 waves of lasers, the second he does 4, and the third he does 5th, or third he does 5. So make sure to count those, like that was the 3rd round, so we need to walk over here. And he is a construct, but for some reason he's not resistant to piercing damage, so Blitz Needle is recommended, because it's as overpowered as always. And then, yeah, then if he doesn't spawn a robot frog thing, then just kill the enemies until it cycles over to Robo Froggy, and then push it into the corner. If it's not a robot froggy, the other 2 kind of have ranged attacks, like that guy will shoot you with his laser beam vision, and then the Mechanite can do his freaking like spin attack, which shoots out some bullets. And also, if hypothetically they manage to like get out of the corner, it's better to have, kind of like that robot frog just did. It's better to have a robot frog coming after you than a Mechanite or anything. And I'm pretty sure there's not like a set cycle for when enemies spawn, it's just random. So you might have to kill a few before he gives you the one you want. I think this might be the 4th round right here. 4th round of lasers. I haven't been paying super close attention. Yeah, it was. Crap, we're probably screwed. Oh crap. Oh crap! Okay, we lucked out. Had we not done enough damage to him to start the next cycle, we would have had to wait for him to do 4 more rounds of lasers. And then we would have hit him like twice, and then he would have moved on to this stage. So, if you miss 1 cycle, it's a huge waste of time. But if not, then it's fine. So, yeah. If I was to stand in the middle, then I've got these things attacking me constantly, and you can't really kill them. If you do technically kill them, like if you charge up a Divine Avenger special attack and then like let it go at the perfect time so you hit the thing right as it pops up, it doesn't die really. All it does is make it so that it waits like an extra moment before attacking you. It's really not a significant amount of time at all. So there's not really anything you can do about those guys. Oh jeez. And then obviously if you don't know about bumping the enemies into the corner, you're also dealing with Mechanites and stuff the whole time. And I think this boss came out before dashing was a thing, so like you can dash through his lasers, but when he first came out you could not. I think I messed up. Yep, I totally messed up. Alright, sweet, we get to wait for a whole nother round. So how's everybody doing today, Gonna be here for a while, make some small talk. How about that weather, How about them Trailblazers, Sweeping the NBA playoffs, making all my roommates happy. Yeah. Thank goodness the Clippers, all of their best players were totally injured. We beat a crippled team. Congratulations. Or was that round 3 or 4? Or was it 4 or 5? Was it 5 or 9? Must have been 4. Sick of your garbage, frog! Okay, here we go. Probably hit him once and he'll die. Nope. Okay, and then after you kill him, the little things keep spawning for a minute. The whippy vine thorn things. And so if you're not careful, they can kill you if you're at super low health, even after you beat the boss. Oh, and these guys are super cool. They're just standing back here like, oh, is that Cameron down there getting massacred? I guess I could unplug the giant murder bot since I'm behind it, you know? But, we'll let him deal with it. So that's pretty awesome. But anyways, that is Ghosts in the Machine. And then all that's left is the giant prize room. I think all the prize rooms have like the same number of treasure chests, but this one feels bigger. But it might not be. But it feels like it is. But it's probably not. but it totally is, except for it isn't. Oh, and again, if you have something you want to heat, you can equip it here and get free heat. So we're gonna do that. Let's see what sort of goodies we get. Oh, nice. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Getting the Forge Sparks or Grim Sparks or Primal Sparks is really good, because if you trade 100 of them for a 5-star trinket from an NPC, you do that, then you can sell it to one of the NPC vendors for $10,000, which is $100 per token, and pretty much no prize box drops $100. So like, that dropped 50. Okay, it dropped 85 total, which was like really good. That one dropped like $40. That one dropped about $40. Those combined dropped maybe 100 and like 20. So yeah, tokens are actually probably one of the best things you can get out of a box if you're just hoping for money. It used to be the case that boxes could drop 5-star gear. I don't know if that is still, like, that was before rarities, before there was like Sparks of Life and Radiant Fire Gems and all that stuff. Boxes could drop 5-star gear. I don't know if they still can. I haven't seen it in a long, long time. So, anyways, yeah, that's Ghost in the Machine. You get a lot of prestige for completing it, so if you're trying to get those badges, like the highest badge is like 45,000 prestige. I think this mission gives 180, so it's pretty good. Also pretty good rewards. $3,600, not too bad, but then a lot of radiance. If you're in a group, this mission doesn't take that long, and as long as you're careful, you shouldn't die too much. So, yeah, definitely a fun mission, good rewards. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.